Hey everybody, okay, thanks for joining in for part B, the commentary. Look on the screen. So let's see. A custody battle. Hmm. A custody battle. Dusties don't think, they just do. They don't. How did he see this turning out? I just saw on one of these crime shows, there was a man, it was Dusty Dan, and perfect example. It was horrific. He had a background issue. The young lady, Becky, went ahead and married him. They had two children. He started boxing up, become violent, and beating on her. There was evidence. Of course, the mother gonna lie and say no. But then it got real bad. Oh no, not my son. I never seen it. Lady, please, And it was like, well, I understand her saying that because she lived in a different state. All right. Then it got real bad, and he beat her so. She then went with her, called her mom, and no, I'm sorry, she was at home, and he called her and told her because they only had one vehicle. He called her and told her as he was at work, "When I get home, it's best you not be there." And I keep in mind he's already beat up the lady. He's already beat up his wife. She calls her mama, and the mom's on the way to pick her up, and the two kids. She then calls his mother, and his mother's like, "Well, if," and he was a troubled teen and he'd gone to prison. His mother tells her, "If you don't safe being there, then I suggest you leave if you don't feel safe being there." So Becky leaves with her mom, two kids in tow. Now they're at home with the grandmother. Yay, safe. Dusty Dan, the killing man, calls her back. So Becky answers the phone, and I think women. I see a lot of delusion going on. He just beat you up, Becky. Yeah, his mama done told you. He done told you when I'm at home, if when I get home, don't be there. Sounds like to me he's gonna beat you again. Somebody come and save back in the two kids. This fool just called back, and what does she do? He wants to talk, Mom. Girl, he done been upside your head. A lot of women are delusional. You call yourself gonna force a family at all costs. Okay, that's not gonna work out for you. Guess what happened to Becky? It's horrible. Oh, she went home, and her mother told her, "I don't think it's a good idea, at least to the kids there." What did she say? "Oh, you don't know him. He would never hurt his kids." Let's fast forward. Know what happened to Becky? She went home to Dusty Dan, the beat him up man, and guess what he did? He shot and killed her. And he killed the 9-month-old and his 3-year-old son. And once he shot the children in the head, sat down, the fool was eating, look up again, shot him again. Shot him twice. The police asked him, once they got a hold to him, and what happened, how they got a hold to him, the grandmother realized, hey, I told my daughter, let me just check on her, make sure she's okay, given the circumstances. The girl never did pick up. Of course, she was dead. The grandmother goes over there, and also the boy's mother had called her and said, hey, you might want to check on him, because they hadn't heard from the daughter, and they knew that they'd had an altercation. The mother goes over there, and she finds her daughter dead along with the two children. The police asked him, "What did you think was going to happen?" Once they got a hold to him, had him downtown in the jail, rather, in the jumpsuit, and he was like, he did what he thought he had to do, and I'm not really sure. I don't know. He was kind of like nonchalant, like I don't know, and it was like, "Fool, what did you think was going to happen? You killed 3 people." And that's the same thing here. The commonality. Here we have a custody battle. Dusties don't think, they just do, or they act dumb, and they are dumb. A custody battle. They got this fool here, right here, on camera. Let's see, a custody battle. The mother is dead, and so is the grandmother, and he's seeing what, running off with his child. How did you see this turning out? Did he think, we got a custody battle, so I know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and kill her and her mom. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna be the winner. 2 bodies you've been seen on camera. What did you think was going to happen? 2 bodies, and then I know you're not trying to pull the self-defense in an accident. It's not going to work. Did he think they're going to go, well, let's see, the mother was deceased and so is the grandmother, so you're going to be the winner for you to raise your child. Were you going to raise a child in the jail? Were you going to raise the child in jail? What were you going to do? How did you see this playing out? A custody battle, let's see, I'm assuming there's a legal document somewhere. Did he think he could just shoot and kill the mother and grandmother? And he would be the last one standing and he'd be the winner to raise the child? Again, where? In jail? Dusties don't think, they just do. This economy, life is getting harder to make it. This is why I ask, and I say this on this channel to Black women. I know some are bent on being a baby mama. Why don't you defer for 5 years? And in that 5 years' time, just kind of go. It'd be great if you could do hashtag no more baby mamas. Because see, what's happening is these men have nothing to offer you. It sure can't be marriage. It sure can't be. Being a baby mama, that's no special crown. Oh, she's a baby mama. A baby mama to a dust bucket. You're putting your life in your hand. Even if you're married to a dust bucket, you're putting your life in your hand. See, there was a lady, and I told her, just let him go, let him go. Just let him go. Ain't nobody handing out no special crown, no special badge for the baby mama. Now, some might deserve it because they're hard working and they're making it work. But anytime you hit your wagon to a dust bucket, whether you're the baby mama or you're married to him, it's going to really go bad. It's going to be harder for you. Marriage can't be challenging enough. I told one girl, I said, just let him go. Because what she didn't understand is this. I said, in your state, it's common law marriage. Common law marriage, he's lived there. He has mail coming there. He's on your insurance. You have a child together. That's common law marriage. Even if you have not said I do. I said, if I were you, I would just let him go. Yes, let him get out. It's not 2 years is not gonna work. Whatever time frame. It's not. Let him go. Why? It's a common law state. Even though you don't have a marriage certificate. The fact that you all live together and have a child, newsflash, he can go file some papers, honey. You want to bet? Ask your lawyer. He can go file some papers and you will be paying him. I said, so obviously he's not aware of it. Don't tell him. And you get emotional, running your mouth. Let him go. Because you will end up, child, you might end up paying him. Spousal support. He's just dumb. He doesn't understand that. Let him go. How many more women have to die dealing with these men? The economy, things are not really good. It's getting harder to survive. I thought I had some losses even this week or so, and that's my doing. Whoa. I've seen some other things. I'm like, oh my God. You got how much left? Oh boy. And some things you just hold your mouth because you don't want to get somebody freaked out. I've invested heavily in tech stocks. You see how that's taking a dive? But I'm just going to hold. A lot of people get let off from these top jobs. That's going to be a trickle down effect. So, like I said, another video about the finances, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, a lot of these businesses, they're doing the AI is already here. They're doing that self checkout, honey. You can check it out yourself. Less people working. A lot of mothers are going to need those jobs. If you have a dust bucket, some of these lower paying jobs or average paying jobs that were there for people like, being a cashier. I don't know what it pays, but jobs like that. With AI here, it's not going to slow down to take care of your family. You're going to have less people working there. Typically, you have a lot of women working there. Family Dollar, the wealth divide. AI is going to make a lot of rich people get richer, the business owners. So when that job disappears and you're a working mom, if you have a Dusty on the screen and you're trying to make these men accountable, I don't care what nationality, be it Dusty Dan, Mr. Wong, caught doing wrong, or a little TT on the screen, that's how I see them. You're not going to put the pressure on these men to provide. They can barely provide for themselves. You're not going to put the pressure on him to make him go, okay, well, let me pitch in and jump in and be a man for once in his life. Hell, his daddy wasn't a man. And in this community, we have what? $50 billion liability, what I call barn boys. Like back in the day in slavery in a barn, you know how that story went down, how they said they would put him in there, a big black woman, a big black man, and make them mate together. So we have barn boys. The barn boys are just creating a whole bunch of fatherless homes. So some of you women think you're going to go ahead and make him man up because now it's getting harder for you. You're not. Sweetie, you might end up at the ME, medical examiner, on a cold slab. When you put these dusties in your life, dust buckets, you have a greater chance of going night-night. So child custody. They just had a young black woman. She was in school. Notice the women are always working and sometimes working and in school in a lot of these cases. Got something going for themselves. She was in school. Baby daddy calls her. Come pick up the son. I ain't gonna be able to keep my son. She shows up. They've been going back and forth. She went there with a friend of hers who stayed in the vehicle, and the friend gave her an air gun. The baby mother on the porch went to pick up her son. They're arguing. The friend said she had the gun down. It was an air gun. He didn't come on the porch. Somehow the baby mom was just shot and she died. No charges filed because he shot from inside the house and she had that air gun. See, if we didn't carry the seed of poverty D, she'd probably still be here and in school. So for those of you who are determined to be a baby mama, all I can say, wait for it. It won't take long. It's going to be some drama, and sometimes it's deadly. This on the screen, they've got him on film, on camera, takes his baby and run, kills the mother and the grandmother. How did he think this was going to work out? Dusties don't think, they don't do, they don't think, they just do. They are super dumb. Why put this in your life? Dusties, they've been drama, heartache, death, and trauma. The financial implications is too much dust in the nation. So now we get to pay for him 3 hots and a cots in cable TV and medical. Let's talk about the financial implications. Oh, now the mother and the grandmother, they're deceased. So I guess if the mother had insurance, if not, both of them will be having to go fund me, plan the funeral. Oh, and don't forget the 2 children. He took his kid that he had with her and ran. But there was also a baby that the daughter had left in the car. So the daughter, this thing sleeping with the enemy and not knowing it. 20 years old, 2 kids. Now she's gone and so is her mom. All because this right here, this man. Just like Becky, she lost her life and the 2 kids. These men that become emotionally unhinged, they are violent. And the reason I'm not showing him is because that's on a show as far as like somebody got, well, you didn't show that white man. That's on a television show. That's an hour long. That one wasn't the news. But I'm letting you know how these men become unhinged. That's the whole idea. As things start to tighten up, I'm telling you, it's going to get a lot worse. Finances. As women struggle to survive, if you think through shared custody, try to work something out with these men, you might be sadly mistaken. What did he think was going to happen? As if he was just going to be able to run off, shoot the mama and the grandmother, and then go, oh, well, I'm the one standing. Well, I got to be here for my daughter, so I can't go to jail. What did he think was going to happen? I won that custody battle. They don't think, they just do. And when there's a crisis, financial hardship, look to see more DV cases. Expect to see more domestic violent cases. So don't forget, all this is happening. These men emotionally, if a man is not financially stable, I don't know what you get with him for. You can get murked, especially in the BC, easily for child support. That's a dead ringer. A request to get a job or request to leave the premises. The seed of poverty D. It's no good for thee. It's just not. And then don't forget, there's two kids. Now somebody has to raise two children. Would you want two kids dropped in your lap? I know I wouldn't. Two children, and one's like a baby, tall in the car seat. So now, or not, if the family can't raise them, and that's a major expense. Two children dumped in your lap because he allegedly has killed the mother and the grandmother. Then imagine the kids get of age to describe, where's my mommy? Have to explain that the father allegedly killed the mommy. And I wouldn't be surprised to do something crazy. I want to see my child. Can you bring my daughter down here to see me? I wouldn't be surprised at that. Women have got to be extra careful. If you didn't get the memo, honey, you carrying a seed of poverty D. It may not turn out well for thee. You want to expect it as bear the load by yourself in some cases. Dealing with these dudes, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. The life you save might be your own. The life you save might be your own. So all because he couldn't think, and I bet he probably wanted to share. I wonder if he wanted to share custody to avoid payments. Some of these women are sleeping across all nationalities, are sleeping with the enemy and don't even know it. How many more have to end up in the ground? How many more baby mamas have to end up dead, boyfriend, married women? Oh, Peter lost his job, kill somebody, kill a wife and kids. That's crazy. So this here is another video. I call this from the Keisha Files. Hashtag no more baby mama. Save your life. Avoid the drama. It's sad. It didn't have to be. But women, I think they don't understand. Sometimes the hatred that you think the man is just having a bad day. Sometimes, sweetie, the hatred he has for you, you don't even see it. You might be wrapped up in potential what he can do. You don't even see it. And now you gonna try to holler self-defense and accident. Boy, bye, it's not gonna work. So in closing, and again, let me know what you all think. Dusties, they bring drama, heartache, and trauma. The financial implications. Get ready for 2 funerals. Somebody got to raise 2 kids, and we got to pay for him. Oh, yeah. Besides jail, free hot center cot, health insurance, cable. Oh, yeah. And the trial, unless he pleads out. And someone has to raise those 2 children. If not, they'll be on foster care in the foster care system. And you know how that can go. All because a Dusty became emotionally unhinged. And all because, sad to say, not to disparage her, but a young woman decided to carry the seed of poverty D. 20 years old, gone. Grandmother, 39 years old, gone. But guess what? He's here, the dust bucket on the screen. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to dislike the video. Look forward to your comments. Like and share. Simply Said here on YouTube, and I'm out.